My name is Eric, and we're back with my 2014 C7 Corvette Stingray. Be going over all the modifications done to this car. I've had this car for going on 8 years, and I've done everything from engine modifications to a lot of different visual modifications, as you can see. We'll start off with the front, go to the side, and then move to the back, and I'll show you guys the interior. Part of this video also is I'm gonna take you guys on a drive and just talk to you about what I think about the car, how I've enjoyed it so far, talk to you about just its practicality just for daily use, and also the performance, especially with the Magnuson supercharger that I put on it. So taking a look at the front of my C7 Corvette, the first modification I wanted to talk to you guys about are these Morimoto Gen 2 headlights. They look absolutely fantastic. You can switch a plug inside of the hood to make them either amber or white daytime running lights. I've done both. I think they both look really good. Another thing about these lights is at first I was running the Gen 1 Aventador style headlights from Morimoto. They looked really good, but I was having issues as far as the load was concerned. It was failing my right headlight and my side markers and taillights, so I switched out the side markers and I put resistors on it and worked with the company a lot, and finally I kind of just said, screw it, I'm gonna go with different lights. So I got these Gen 2 lights, and I've had zero of those issues. So if anybody's curious, these lights work really well. They look really good. I just bought them. I mean, I'm not sponsored by any. Basically, I've paid for every single modification on this car. So this is just coming from one owner to another owner of Corvette. If you're looking for lights, these Gen 2 lights are worth the money in my opinion. I vinyl wrapped this black. Z06 front grille, carbon flash from Extreme Online Store, carbon flash front splitter from Extreme Online Store. Front end of this Corvette looks super mean. As you can see, it's pretty visually obvious. There's a Magnuson supercharger on it. This is the Magnuson 2650. It has about 8 pounds of boost, and I'm right at about 590 to the wheels. It has stock internals. I haven't modified any of the fuel system. I also have this Cords Performance 5-inch cold air intake. Ever since I've had this installed, it's been really reliable. It delivers the power very well to the ground. It sounds fantastic. It's just a really, really good supercharger. So if anybody's in the market for a supercharger, I would highly recommend Magnuson. Coming over to the side of the C7 Corvette, the first thing I wanted to talk about were these Varo VD19 wheels. When I first bought the car, that was one of the first things I wanted to change. With the narrow body, you're not necessarily able to get too crazy of offsets, and I kind of like more deep, aggressive wheels. This was probably amongst the more aggressive ones I could find for not having the wider fender flares, and I think they look really good. They kind of protrude out and then dip in towards the center. They're originally gloss black, but I had them powder coated, kind of like this gunmetal gray color, just to give a little bit more contrast, and you can see the spokes a little bit better. You can see that I have the window louvers. They look really good. They're from glass skins, but you literally cannot see anything. So pros and cons. They look good, but you lose practicality. I don't know. The thing, I have the side markers, and at night these things look fantastic. They're LED. I honestly can't remember who I got those from, but side skirts here are from Extreme Online Store. Wanted basically the same look for the most part as some of the Z06s and Grand Sports have this side skirt, which basically it's even and then it dips in right here. I think it just kind of looks aggressive and makes the car look a little bit wider. So coming to the back of the car, the first obvious modification that I've done is this massive APR GTC 500 wing. It's fully adjustable. It has 3 different stages so that you can change the angle. I usually just leave it in the middle angle, because if you leave it too far down, it's gonna cause a lot of drag if you're just driving it on the freeway. It looks really good. It doesn't necessarily have really any performance benefits until you start going too fast for any normal street use. So I kind of just got it because I thought it looked pretty sick. This is from ACS Composite Carbon Flash. It looks good. I originally had this without the wing. I think it gives good contrast, kind of just adds some black elements to the back, and it matches the carbon flash right here on the trim bezel for the taillights, which at one point, I'll overlay some videos onto this. I had the Vet Lights Aventador style taillights, but I kind of have just gone back and forth between having those and the stock ones. I kind of just like this look right now. It's clean. I removed the Corvette badge right here, as you can see. Corsa full catback exhaust. This has kind of like a darker tone exhaust tip. I know there's chrome, and then there's like these darker polished ones, and they look really good, especially when you clean the inside of the exhaust tips. They have like a rainbowy color to them. This diffuser, to be completely honest with you, I don't really remember who made it, but I got it off of, I think it was like eBay. I know most people have like the Ivan Tempani looking one. It comes down here and then it wraps up around onto the side of the car. So that was something that I wanted. I wanted it to kind of like make this area over here a little bit wider, and it did that. So I think it looks good. It's just different. I've really never seen another C7 with that on there. As you can see, it has the red interior, and it does also have the competition racing seats. They look really good. Carbon fiber inlays right there. Stepping inside, just a very, very nice cockpit. Again, that red interior is a really good complement and contrast to the red exterior. You do have a see-through roof. It's very well tinted, so it doesn't really get too annoying if it's very sunny. You got a good amount of storage in the back for it being a Corvette. Fully digital gauge cluster in front, and you do have the screen here, which goes up and down. Manual 7-speed transmission, 2 cup holders, and then as you can see here, I have my stickers. Each one of those gives an additional 10 horsepower. I'm going to be covering all the modifications I've done to this car over the almost 8 years I've owned it. For a portion of that, I just want to talk about driving it and what I think. From square one, I've always been a huge Corvette fan. One of my favorite cars ever growing up was the ZR1, especially a C6 ZR1. I've just always loved the looks, loved supercharged front engine V8s. Put the Magnuson 2650 on it, so definitely really fun to drive. One thing that you'll notice with the Magnuson supercharger is that driving around town, you don't necessarily feel impractical. The car still feels somewhat close to stock as far as power is concerned. It's really when you start building up those RPMs and getting on it hard, that's when you notice the supercharger come to life. This car's on 8 pounds of boost. Stock fuel system. It just has the Magnuson 2650, different spark plugs, and I'm about 590 to the wheels. For just daily driving and street use, it is plenty of power in my opinion. If I'm gonna just drag race this car on a track or just track it, maybe I would build the motor more. But just a little bit of a backstory. The reason I went with a Magnuson 2650 was back when I was in college. I was on my college campus, and Magnuson was promoting a program for college students to come work for them. I ran into the guys, started talking, and one thing led to another. They found out that I had a C7 Corvette. They were just at the time developing the Magnuson 2650, the newest generation at that time. Said, if you give us your car as long as we need it, we'll install the Magnuson 2650 and then build the installation guide using your car. It was unexpected. I'd never bought a C7 Corvette and thought I'm gonna go put a Magnuson blower on it. Just the stars aligned. I was in the right place at the right time and talked to the right people, and they put the Magnuson blower on it. They built the installation guide for Magnuson 2650s using this car. And it's funny, if you look at the cover to the installation guide, you can actually see it's this car. It's a kind of a close-up picture, but so yeah, this was the first ever Magnuson 2650 put on a C7 Corvette. It's installed by Magnuson. Their headquarters is in Ventura, and yeah, the car was there for months.
What do you think, Eric?
It's bitchin'. Hell yeah.
They did technical analysis, dyno runs. I have nothing but good things to say about it. It's reliable, it's very powerful, yet it still remains pretty rational. Like I said, when you're just driving normally, like I'm at 2,000 RPM in 5th gear on the highway going 57 miles an hour. It honestly just feels normal. It doesn't feel like anything crazy. Yet when you drop down a few gears, like we'll go into 4th gear, 3rd gear, and then I'll give it a little bit of juice. Oh my gosh. It's funny, I've owned this car for quite a while now. I bought it back in 2018. I still find it to be just shocking how fast the car is. Just never get over the power that this car has. I really enjoyed when it was naturally aspirated. I love naturally aspirated V8s. Ever since the supercharger was installed on this car, it's just a completely different beast, and I couldn't imagine going back now. Filming this video, I just wanted to give you guys a little info on how I'm doing that. I have these mics, they're DJI Mic 2s. What I've been doing is when I'm filming inside, I just have it to where you can hear myself talking. There's portions of this video that I'm going to overlay video where I have one of these in the hood to where you can hear the blower. I'm going to have parts of the video that it's only on the exhaust, so I put on my license plate. So it's kind of cool. You can hear different sounds where part of it just sounds like exhaust noise. Part of it's the combination of the exhaust and the blower sound. That's why some portions of this video, you'll be like, I can't hear the blower at all. That's because I took the mic out of the hood. It gets super, super hot up there. Tuned with a little bit more backfires. Really like the sound of that. Give it some juice here. Oh my God. I love this car, and it sounds so aggressive, so mean with that supercharger.
I